And we're back with episode 2 of Madison Mondays. I have been so busy, y'all. I am so glad to be able to just sit down and get y'all caught up. I just came home from Cali. I had a beautiful trip. It was amazing. It was much needed. I was so tired of being in Michigan and waking up to the same scenery every single morning. Whew. But the flight home, I'm glad that the trip was as great as it was, because it would not have made up otherwise for a trip home from hell. I'm ashamed to say that I was flying Spirit. So Expedia kind of like threw me off. They bundled 2 different airlines together for my round trip price to give me the best price, and I wasn't paying enough attention. So I flew American there and then fucked around with Spirit on the way back. Trash ass, tacky ass Spirit. So it's really my fault. I don't really know what I expected. But y'all, I get to the airport at 8:40 a.m. in California, expecting to catch a 10 a.m. flight, and they said that the shit was canceled. I didn't get home until after 1 a.m. You guys. And I left my headphones, my wireless little earbuds, in my checked bags. I checked both my backpack and my luggage and realized it when it was too late. So then I had to spend $50 on wired headphones. Like, for real, the airport be taxing. So the trip home was hectic, but my California trip was amazing. I'm super duper happy to be home. I was so happy to be home and be done eating out. That's the only thing about being on vacation. Like, eating out just gets old real fast. Especially when you're eating at all these new places, so you don't really know what you're gonna get. But yeah, I came home and decided I took the following day off of work, so I had the day to myself. So I decided to cook dinner for myself, a good home cooked meal. I decided I wanted to make meatballs. I didn't see lamb because the selection is so limited at the store. So I ended up with ground bison meat, very lean, very, very tender. Like, it was a good pick. It was a decent replacement for lamb. It wasn't lamb, but it was a good replacement. So yeah, I cooked that, and I made the bison in the tikka masala sauce over saffron rice with a side of spinach, and it was delicious, you guys. So that made me super happy. Cooking is very therapeutic for me. So it was nice to come home from a beautiful trip and then a crazy trip home and then be able to do something that brings myself comfort. So yeah, here we are. I did all that. My week got back on track, and now we're back to reality, and we are back with episode 2. So for episode 2, we have a very interesting journal entry. So the question for this week's journal entry was, what would you rename your city if you could? So the name that I picked, how else do you decide to name a city, right? I don't really, if you ever think about it, how do you think people decide on names for cities? The word that just resonated with me the most that represented Detroit was birth. We created everything, y'all. Okay, not everything, I'm milking it, but like, we came up, we pioneered so much shit. Obviously, the Motor City, we gave y'all cars, period, boo, okay? That's a big drop. Cars? We dropped cars on y'all dumbasses? What? What would y'all have done without us? I mean, maybe somebody else. Y'all wouldn't be nowhere without us, okay? So cars, obviously, everybody knows that. But did y'all know that we pioneered, like, pre-packaged doses of medication? Like, back in the day, pharmacists were making your medicine like a fucking restaurant. Like, you pull up and tell them what you got with your little doctor's note or whatever, and they're stirring it up and adding ingredients. That's not how medicine works. So we pioneered that. Big shit. I think my boys, y'all are gonna like this one, unless I'm late tardy to the party with my little research. Detroit pioneered sports play-by-play broadcasting. Like, wow. We keep y'all in the loop for the game even when you can't watch it. It's lit. So apparently Jack Dempsey and Billy Miskey, the boxing match was the first sports event that was broadcasted play-by-play over the radio on Detroit's 8MK, which is now our WWJ. It was founded in 1920, and that was apparently the first radio station to broadcast regularly scheduled news reports, all that stuff in the nation. So we pioneered cars, radio, sports broadcasting, play-by-play, like medicine. Come on, y'all. Not to mention the basic shit. Coney, our culinary scene is lit, okay? We started a lot of shit as far as food here outside of Coney, okay? That alone is a Detroit delicacy. But we started so much shit, y'all. Slang. Y'all steal everything from us, okay? Everybody else that is not a Detroiter bites off of something that probably came from here, okay? So birth is the first thing that came to mind, which is how we came up with nacimiento, which is what de toi would be if it was not de toi. I just thought that was interesting. Like, we really, in case y'all needed a reminder, we start shit here, okay? And it sticks, period. If you have not already subscribed, left comments, followed me on social media, because you guys, this is how I'm interacting with y'all. How am I know what's bugging y'all? How? We gotta be able to talk outside of the comments under here, which I still, please comment, y'all. Comment and subscribe, okay? It's so important for this to be a thing for the people. I gotta hear from y'all. So I wanna know what's bugging y'all, but I'm gonna tell y'all in the meantime what's bugging me. Y'all already know I was gonna do that anyway, because that's why we here. No growth in the workplace is what has been bugging me lately. I have been battling with feeling like I have just become so stagnant in the role, the little very minuscule role that I have in a huge corporate America company that I work for, that is going to remain nameless, unless you already know. And if you already know, because I ain't trying to lose my job, but I've just started to feel like so much of a number, like I'm already at the highest level of my position, which fluctuates, which is kind of just like the issue that I'm having. Like, okay, I get promoted, now I have the highest title in my position. So I'm still doing the same thing, my title just changes. Like, what is that? Why, once I hit that, I can't exceed and explore other roles? But I just feel like corporate America is just not made for people like myself. Okay, it's not made for us. And I'm gonna say us because I love all my viewers, all my peeps, everybody that's tuning in, my supporters. But I will say that Madison Mondays is a platform for people that look like myself to express things that are on their mind, start a conversation in the community. So like, that's what broadcasting for me is about. I want to use my platform and share and broadcast how we're feeling. And I feel like I'm not the only person that looks like I do, that feels like corporate America is just not really built for us. Like, I could be wrong. It could just be that corporate America is just a little bit more, I don't know, I could be wrong, but that's what's been bugging me. Like, I want to grow. It's been making me feel like I don't know what my purpose is. I've been doing what I'm doing at my job for over a year now. Who the fuck wants to just feel like a number? When in reality, it's shit like this that is my purpose, and that's just my 9 to 5, and I had to get back to doing what I had to remember that. Like, I got wrapped up in work, y'all, okay? I ain't even gonna lie. But I wanna know what's bugging y'all. Do y'all feel like, I know I can't be the only one that feels like corporate America is just not made for us. There's no way. I've heard other people say it, so I know that it's not just my job. So comment, add me on social media. All of that is on when you go to the page for my channel and the description, all that, my social media is everywhere. So, and I will drop it below this video as well. But follow me on social media if you don't already as well, in addition to subscribing and turning on those push notifications, just so that we can interact. You can see I do polls like I told y'all. It's gonna be polls. I'm about to, we might as well drop the What's Bugging You Boo poll today, so that we can talk about that and I can take some ideas and we can get the next one popping. So follow me on social media for those polls, for updates on new episodes, for that midday motivation. On the days that you're not getting a new episode, you're gonna still get some motivation from moi. So yeah, I wanna know what's bugging you, boo, because that's what's bugging me. So y'all, that wraps it up. If you're catching this at the end of the day, this is wrapping up the alleged worst day of the week, and I hope that I made yours better for you. If it wasn't already amazing, as it should be, because we all deserve an amazing start to our week. And y'all already know what I'm about to say. We don't let up around here, so y'all got a whole week ahead of you to go crazy, because that's all we do. Like I said, hopefully something that I said in today's episode made your Monday a little bit better. And I can't wait for y'all to see what I have in store for episode 3. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. I appreciate all the feedback. I appreciate all the subscriptions, the pushing, all of it. I love y'all so much for tuning in. And I can't wait to catch y'all next episode.